Hello again, friends. Brian King here. 2 videos in one day. I must be seeing things. No, just kidding. I just had a great conversation with a client of mine. And one of the metaphors that kind of emerged that I thought might be helpful for you too is the metaphors of your demons versus your dreams. And one of the things that's really coming to light by virtue of this pandemic, and you're seeing this come up a lot in some of the articles and also some of the things that people are sharing about their own experiences, and that is, for the first time in a long time, they are left with only themselves. They don't have the same distractions they once did. And now they're being forced to confront some demons that have been hidden away for a very long time. And I'm one of those folks. I had a lot of demons that I thought were very well handled, only to find out far from it. In fact, there were a lot of demons I forgot about. And one of the main reasons that is it is so easy in this society, and it's encouraged, is to find distractions. The people that say, oh, you need to go on vacation, go to a movie, buy the latest album and listen to the whole thing, buy into a video game and play to the end and then buy another one. All these apps that you can play for hours and hours at a time. All of these people, including us, to choose their product for our distraction. Whether it's YouTube or Netflix or going to the bar and drinking ourselves numb or whatever it is. And there are so many of us that construct our lives based on distracting ourselves from our demons as opposed to dealing with them. And the ones that perhaps are hit the hardest by looking inward and seeing all the demons that are still there, it really is to your benefit to take stock and ask yourself, how much of my life is spent distracting myself from the stuff I don't want to deal with? Because if that's the case, am I constructing a life based on what I dreamed I could be, what I dreamed I always wanted? Or am I constructing a life that's based on fear? Fear of feeling the pain, fear of feeling rejection or disappointed. Because if that's the life you're living, and it ain't that uncommon if you ask me, then you're living a life according to your demons. You're living the life that your brain is telling you, if you want to be hidden from your pain, if you want to prevent yourself from feeling it, this is the stuff you must do. You must have a couple glasses of wine every night before you go to bed to quiet your brain down, because if you don't, it'll think about all the stuff you don't want to deal with. Or go on the weekends and get hammered and numb yourself out from the week because it's a job you hate, but you don't want to deal with that. Or you comfort yourself with food like I've been doing for the past 30 years. And I have the belly to prove it. And I'm working on reversing that. But I'm not saying that all distractions are a problem. Sometimes you need it. Your brain just can't handle so much stress at one time, and you need to buffer it a little bit, break it up. So that's healthy. But if your distractions are such that you never deal with it, or you hardly deal with it, or occasionally it shows up when you blow up, but then you do your best to do damage control, and then you shove it back in the drawer where it came from instead of dealing with it. So now it's tucked away for later use. One thing I've seen going around the interwebs are people that are criticizing those who are suggesting that this is a time for self-reflection, and if you used it to look inward, you could come out of this a better person. And there are the people that are saying, you shouldn't tell people what to do with their lives, you shouldn't tell them how to use the quarantine. Okay, I agree with that to a point. But if all you're doing is sitting around, reading a lot of fiction novels, and binge-watching Netflix, you're still living in distraction. To say that you shouldn't do any introspection during this time is a really wasted opportunity. I'm not saying you have to do the deep dive like I and other people did. I don't know you. I can't tell you what to do. I'm telling you that it's an option for you. And if it's something you want to do, there could be some serious wisdom in there. But the process is going to suck. I won't lie to you about that. But the alternative is, I think it was Thoreau that referred to the life of quiet desperation. Most men live lives of quiet desperation, where they pretend everything's cool, they keep a smile on their face, but they're dying inside because they're doing what they need to do to make other people happy and to hide from themselves the fact that they don't feel like they quite measure up. So they're living a life according to their demons. They end this life with a whole lot of regret, all the woulda, coulda, shouldas they could have done with their life if they only lived their dreams, but they didn't, because they spent too much time distracting themselves from their demons. So if not this pandemic, hopefully there'll be some other opportunity where you can just retreat for a while and just be alone with yourself and look inward and ask yourself, do I care enough about myself to slay these demons once and for all? Or maybe not even slay them rather, but set them free so I can be free too. It ain't easy work. It's really hard. And the people that I work with day in, day out, and really had to give each other a lot more attention through this time because it's been harder on my clients just like everybody else. But we're doing the tough work during this time. We're crying together. We're venting. We're using a lot of choice words. We're holding each other's hands. And we're getting through it together. Non-judgmentally, compassionately, kind of as a bit of a family spirit. And that's something I'm grateful is available to them and for me as well. Because trying to do this kind of work alone, chances are you're not going to do it. Because it's hard to feel safe when you're all by yourself. It's much easier to feel alone when you're by yourself and you're struggling and feeling that vulnerable. But when you're surrounded by people that extend love towards you and understanding and are welcoming, those are awesome people to have in your life. And I'm fortunate enough to be working with a whole group of them. So those are my thoughts on this. Ask yourself whether you're living in service of your demons or your dreams. And if you want to slay your demons, I can absolutely show you a way to do that. So that's it for me for today. Hopefully this has been helpful. If there's anybody you know that can benefit from this, let them know about it. And until we talk next, remember, you're good enough no matter what. And thanks for being you.